This week's Torah portion, Parshat Chukat, describes the paraduma, the red heifer. This is a very unique animal which was slaughtered and burnt. Its ashes were mixed with water and then sprinkled over a person who had come into contact with a dead body. This is really one of the most mysterious rituals of the Torah of Judaism. It's called a chok. A chok means a statute. We're not aware of what the reason behind it is. Nevertheless, Rashi does explain a reason of sorts for the paraduma. And he quotes a parable that there was a young boy who came into the palace of the king. He ate too much and he vomited and he made a mess everywhere. So they called his mother to come and clean up the mess. It's your child, you come and clean up the mess. Similarly, the para aduma, the para is a female cow. She is coming to clean up the mess of her child. Who is her child? The egel, the calf. The Jewish people made the golden calf, and therefore the mother, so to speak, the para aduma, must come and atone for the sin of the golden calf. And with that, Rashi proceeds to explain how many details of the para aduma are actually similar to the creation of the golden calf and the disaster that happened in the aftermath of the worship of the golden calf. But what that analogy, what that parable of Rashi is telling us, is that parents have to take responsibility for the actions of their children. They can't say, it's not my problem. Yes, there is nature, but there is also nurture. And a lot of what our children do is because of how we raise them. In the city of Tels in Lithuania was the famous yeshiva, and it happened once that the septic tank broke, and there was a terrible, terrible odor which was wafting through the town into the yeshiva. And the mashgiach, the spiritual head of the yeshiva, stood up, and he said to the bochrim, he said to the young man, he said, yes, but who is the author of the stink? Who produced the stink? It's human waste. You are the ones who produced that human waste, and you are now smelling that. What was the ethical lesson he was putting across? He says, we have to realize that when there is a stink, when there is a smell, who made it? Who produced it? We complain so much about this generation. Oh, look at the youth of today. They're so disrespectful. They spend all of their time on their phones. They're always involved in social media. They're so entitled and so privileged. But they are our children. They are the youth. How did they become that way? Wasn't it perhaps because we gave them too much freedom? Because perhaps we gave them too much power? Perhaps because we didn't raise them properly? Who is the author of that stink? And therefore, the mother, the para, the cow, must come and clean up the mess that is made by her son, the egel. We have to take some responsibility for the generation that we have created. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.